What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, 11. Good morning. It's all over the place. Look, in my bedroom. Living together this morning. I have my headphones on. Got a lot going on. We're doing hoodie. Nah, it doesn't look good. We're going to change that in a second. But we'll see what happens. It's okay. What we got happening here? Guys, it's almost Christmas. December 22nd. We should have the date up here. Blaze has been coming out with the date, which has been really helpful. Jason, I know you asked a question over here. Let's get over here. Okay, we had our Nog Fest yesterday. I wasn't so into getting the Nog Fest done this year for some reason. The whole holiday season felt a little bit not ready at first, but it's rushed upon us, and now it's feeling it. Anyone else? Was it a slow build up for anybody else? Christmas time, was it? Are you guys ready? You guys ready for it? Christmas shop, all that kind of stuff. I wasn't. I just wasn't. I don't know if it was the weather. I'm not sure what it was. It's okay. It's here now. I did start. I came up with this idea years ago called Nog Fest. Nog Fest. Guys, can you give me? I always love observers. I love people creeping on the couch, listen to kind of stuff here. So I love that, but I need a little bit of love here. Let me know. Eggnog. Give it to me. Just say yes, say no, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you gotta do. Do me a favor. Can you give me a thumbs up, thumbs down?
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, you know what I'm realizing? It's okay, we got this. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down on the eggnog. Okay, we got amazing. Maybe too heavy for me. Okay, we got one and done. Eggnog. So years ago, I had realized that all things. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate that. K-Save, MP, Orion. Thanks for letting me know, because this is the thing. I feel like we were all going through Christmas seasons. Look at these snowflakes in Jason's kitchen. We were going through the Christmas season, and every movie had eggnog. Everyone was having eggnog. I was like, no one had eggnog. I asked around the room, no one had eggnog. Why haven't we had eggnog? If it's a defining drink of all this, and I think it was finally when I was watching Christmas Vacation. It's like I need to have some eggnog. I need to have some eggnog is what I said, and said, we all need eggnog is what I said there. And I said, we're gonna have a party. We're gonna only drink eggnog. Oh, okay. Someone told me the movie was. All right. I hope you could hear anything. Well, you guys did, because you responded. So that's so helpful. All right. So years ago, I said, we're going to have a party and we're going to only drink eggnog. We're going to call it Nog Fest, because I was like, we just got to do it. If it's a defining drink, a defining moment in the holiday season, we're going to do it. So for a couple of years now, we've had Nog Fest. Now, funny enough, the past couple of years, the friends that we've been inviting over don't even try the eggnog because they don't like eggnog. But last night was really fun. We had a few friends in the building that did. They brought not just eggnog, but they brought coquito. Coquito, am I saying it right? Coquito? Probably do it without the accent there. But anyway, it was so we did. So we have eggnog. We have Nog Fest every single year. Jason, can you just say some words really quickly? I have to go get my bread out of the oven.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. I'm in my kitchen. I intended to wake up an hour earlier, but here I am at 6:20. Christmas break is off to a good start. We got a sick kid. And every year, whenever we get excited for the break, I always forget about the good possibility that kids will start to get sick. And that has happened here. Kira has a fever. And so that kind of puts a little bit of a break on some of the plans that we have. But we're rolling with it because we're open-minded and we can adapt and we have good ideas. I'm going down the stairs here for a second. Cool. So that's kind of where we're at. How's everybody else doing? Couch? Hey, Couch. How you guys doing today?
I'm back. I'm back, by the way.
Cool. Was that good hosting? Did I host good?
I wasn't really here. So I'm going to
right.
say, yeah, of course. I could either choose to say yes or no. But I'm going to say, yeah, that was great. Cooking some bread. I'm so sorry. Kira has a fever right now. That's not feeling good. I'm so sorry.
No bueno in the language of your people, Ryan, is what I would say. That means not good.
No,
Yeah,
that's right. Well, I hope you guys are okay. I recently was talking with someone on the West Coast yesterday, and they're talking to me and they're letting me know that they're not feeling good. Him and his two sons. He's like, we got hit hard. We're not feeling good. He's like, I think I have COVID. And I said, oh, okay, got it. Now, COVID doesn't have that like initial reaction anymore. Like, okay, you got COVID.
Yeah.
So here's hold on. I'm not done talking. Stop. I'm not done talking.
You go.
So I'm talking to him, and COVID. It's like, okay, do we test? Do we mask? However you feel politically, guys. I think it was something where I think the conversation went towards like, okay, well, it is what it is. You guys have COVID. Now, that's important that I say this because where he was in LA. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, you have COVID. Isn't there also something going on in California? And like didn't the bird flu, like, wasn't it recently, like, again, I don't even know the extent of it, what's political and what's not.
Bird flu came up in the news again.
Yeah. So the bird flu, I was like, yeah, man. So I was like, I'm pretty sure they mentioned the bird flu. And so the guy I'm talking to, he's like, oh man, I hope not. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, I hope you don't have, I hope you don't have bird flu either. And it's funny now how you can start to kind of understand where someone's past has been and where their thinking is, because he says, oh, I hope not. My mind is, yeah, I hope you don't have it. His mind goes to, I hope I don't have it. You know why? Because if I do, that means it's jumped from animal to human. And if it's jumped from animal to human, that means that someone has altered the virus and now they're just trying to make us sick. And I was like, all right, pump the brakes. I was like, okay, so we're going to back out of this conversation right now because I don't know where this is going.
I get one of those curveballs once in a while.
And like, no judgment. It was just like, this is getting really heavy fast. And so I was like, let's just move into what the conversation is going to be about right now. Yeah, that was my bird flu story. Thanks for letting me finish it.
That's okay. What I was going to add to that was,
yes, it was. Hold on. I just wanted. Sorry, I'm cutting you off. Yes, it was Louisiana, but I kept hearing that it was the state of emergency in California. So he's in California. The state of emergency is there. We know California operates differently. Again, I don't care where you are politically, but it operates on its own, just kind of does these things. But yeah, then I looked deeper and the case was in Louisiana. So I was like, why is it? So anyway, that's where I'm at. And I would say I've only read headlines and maybe the first pair of things. So don't judge me.
Well, that's where all the important information is the first paragraph. I think once you, everything else is just kind of details, right?
Good morning, Blaze.
Kristen was out for a little bit yesterday, and then I had all the girls for a while, and it was cool. We went to the pool, and then Kira got sick, and then it was like out. And like she had a fever, and I was like, okay, we're just gonna hang out. Then Kristen gets home, and she's like, does she have COVID? And I'm at the point where it's like, COVID is not the first answer on the sickness chart, like it has been, right, for like the past 3 or 4 years. But for me, it has gone down. Now it's like third or fourth now. Yeah.
Bird
flu is probably second, and it's probably not bird flu.
What's first?
Oh wait, Blaze, plug your connector headphones.
Can you not hear me?
No, I can. It's just, I know you have your headphones on. It sounds so much better when we're doing that. But I'm also just taken aback by how beautiful your tree and the presents are. Look at this. Look at this idyllic. Look at this. Who doesn't want to celebrate Christmas now? I want eggnog in my face. I want it to be singing Christmas carols. I want a fire to be roaring. This is great, man. Christmas.
Did you guys?
I want
Eggnog Fest?
Blaze's Christmas scene to be my background.
It's beautiful. I remember when you sent me a picture of you bringing that tree home.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah,
It was
now
fun.
it's came to fruition. What did someone just say? Oh, Blaze, you just asked about Nogfest. The whole intro here was all about Nogfest. So, yes, we did. We did Nogfest yesterday. I was mentioning where the origin story of Nogfest, and then I mentioned how I really wasn't feeling so in the spirit for most of this month so far. And then Lauren she was like, do you want, Craig, get your Australia out of here and your Celsius? I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? Is
Oh,
that hot?
you did that so fast. I'm like with you, holding my nose.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that is
I'll
fast.
sit over here.
Anyway, we did Nogfest yesterday. You guys are doing more fun things right now.
What was the best eggnog?
Ryan, you said that nobody really has it at your party, though.
Well, that was in the past, but last night I feel like people kind of got into it. Although it wasn't really the coquito had come in, and so I think most people were drinking that. And then I kind of feel like the eggnog is just kind of come in a bottle, and we set it in the middle of the table, and people look at it, and it's just like you rejoice that it's like there. Oh my gosh, 110 down there. I did know that 43 degrees Celsius, Craig, in Australia was hot. I didn't realize it was 110 though. Like, what are you doing? Do you guys just stay in? Like, wow. Ugh.
Is it like is Australia like dry, or is it just wet and hot?
You got, as far as I know,
I don't
you got
know the
west,
answer.
where Craig is, right? Craig, you're west. Am I thinking that right? You got central, no one lives there, and you got east, and that's where Nath lives. I think it's what I got. So.
Hot and dry.
Okay.
I
I
just
could
wanna let you
probably do
know-
hot and dry.
I was gonna be here on time, but then I listened to the reading and it was like, never not pause for your kids. And Brody got a Hot Wheels car stuck in the dinosaur truck, and so I had to like pull it out, but I had to pop the wheels off of it because I don't know how I got it in there, and now he's like upset the wheels are off, and I'm like, I can't help you, man. I don't know what to tell you.
I love that you took the reading to heart, brought it into real life. I also wish that you paused at where he got it stuck, and you gave us chances to guess. That would have made my morning. Where did he get it stuck? In the dinosaur what?
There's like a Hot Wheels truck that looks like a T-Rex.
Oh, yeah.
So I just didn't know how to explain. I
I
still
know
don't
what
think
you're
you're not
talking
getting like a
about.
good vision of like what it is. So
I know
hey
exactly
Brody, can you
what
bring me
you're
the
talking about.
dinosaur truck? Thank you.
Can I? So, Blaze, just because we don't miss the moment here, let's just bridge it over here to the reading because Blaze took it, here. We're titling today, Your Kids Are More Important, which I think is great, right? And so I'm going to do it, Blaze. I don't know if Blaze likes this or not, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to say, guys, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, but Brody wants to show people this dinosaur truck.
It sounded like you wanted to show us. He didn't care.
He's right here. So this is a dinosaur Hot Wheels truck.
Oh my goodness.
Is this what you were picturing in your head?
I was picturing I was picturing dinosaur before car, but now it's more car than dinosaur. So that's.
I was thinking of the smaller one, but still awesome. Still really awesome. And it makes noises. When?
Thank you. Thank you, Brody. All right. I took us off track. I'm back.
No, it's good. You brought us exactly where we had to be because I wanted to ask this. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, I'd love if you ask a question.
I'm not going to say no.
Thanks. Thanks for the chance to ask a question. This is my question because it's all about today. And it's what we want to make sure you all are thinking about with your kids. What's one thing you've told your kids, not now, in that way, about recently? And do you think you can make it now instead? Do you think you can change it? Do you think you can make it what you got to do? Because Blaze did this morning. I I always appreciate Blaze's chaos during these mornings. That's always great.
I like how Blaze is like into it. Just you're multitasking very well.
Well, he wants squeezies, and there's no squeezies. If you guys don't know, it's 9 degrees here right now, so that's where we're at.
How many Celsius?
I haven't had any Celsius today.
American Celsiuses or Australian Celsiuses?
Is there different blends based on do they have flavors in Australia that we don't have here?
I think
Kangaroo.
they're just spelled different with an accent, I think.
Also, the other thing is there's some crypto thing with Celsius, which I don't know a lot about, and so that's a thing too.
Well, I was just talking about the good old temperature. Wait, 9 degrees Fahrenheit is negative 12 degrees Celsius. That sounds so aggressive. That's unnecessary. Celsius, way too aggressive. At least on the bottom end of the scale.
Ryan,
Hold on.
Something?
Go back to my question.
Yeah,
go back to my question.
Let me ask you your question that you asked me.
Yeah.
Ryan, you go first.
So something that I possibly have said not now to my kids. Well, I am gonna have to think about. Yesterday, I was definitely in the middle of trying to get some work done before we had this party over here, and so I threw my head. I don't always do this, but I threw my headphones on, like all noise canceling, a little bit of music playing. I knew that my 3-year-old was behind me asking for help, and I completely just disregarded it because I needed to focus in the moment. But I think it's more important that I did need to get that work done, but it was a very focused moment. Say, hey, if I can take this 30 minutes and get it done, I can help you out that much more. So I'm gonna go a little bit on the other side, and I'm gonna say this is that I needed to make sure that I had my time so that I could give her that much more time. But that was the last time it happened. It was probably yesterday, where I was like, nope, can't do it. I got to do this. So I don't think it's a bad thing. My kids come first. I had to do that first so I could spend more time with my kids.
That's not a bad thing. When you asked the question, I started thinking about not whether or not I did that, but what are usually the reasons that I do it for. Like the last thing I can remember me saying no, not right now, is when Hazel asked me for milk before bed, but like an hour before bed, and I'm already doing something. And it's usually when I had just sat down. So I'll usually say like when I get back up. That's the one thing that I've said. I can't remember. It's been nothing big, nothing like if they want to hang out or if they want to do some activity. I've been very mindful of saying yes.
We just said mindful of saying yes.
For example,
where's it hitting me right now? Because it's hitting me with the idea of like, I think that we say, oh, I think this is what I wanted. I like what you just mindful of saying yes. I feel like as a parent, I always try to be mindful of saying no. Like how many times did I just say no? I feel like if I've said no like 3 times in a row, something's not working. We did not set enough boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in the right mindset, or we're doing something wrong. Like there's no reason for a parent to say no 3 times in a row without something needing to change. That's always my thought. So I like what you just said. That just made me think about it.
For example, here's a good example. Bedtimes are usually taking upwards of half an hour, but from the time we say bedtime to the time that we're actually in bed. And I've been really good at getting sleep now. I'm a responsible adult. I've been going to bed by 9:30 most nights, and I'm feeling great. Usually in the half an hour is what at least 2 kids will want to do something. Kristen has gotten to the point where she needs to sleep, and she shuts down and she's gone and she's out. And we both don't want these bedtimes to last like an entire hour. But like, let's say if Hazel wants to read a book, or if Junior wants to read with me, or if Kira wants to play a game, like play a card game, I will say yes, because in my head, because of the book, I'm like, there's going to be a last, and I don't want to say no on the last time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm at with that.
Blaze, how do you feel about that? I picture you, Blaze. Blaze has described his evening before. It always sounds like you're doing a great job, but it sounds chaotic.
What's the question?
What do you say? What do you say? No, not yet to.
My son likes to play a lot of video games, so I'm always like, well, first we need to read a story. First we need to brush our teeth. First we need to. We're working on reading and handwriting right now, so I have a bunch of like activities for him. So, but then I've talked about it a lot this year. Is like he still wants to go fishing and golfing, and I haven't taken fishing and golfing yet. So I need to figure that out. And just like for me, I'm a big calendar person. If it's on the calendar, it gets done. So I think that's the like big thing to work on for me.
Jason, I was resonating with what you said about the idea that it's the last time, and I'm always trying to take that into account, but I also don't want that to take advantage of me. And I've let it before, like especially when it's like 8:45, like bedtime for my girls is 8, right? And so then someone's like, "Oh, can you come like read a story and like lay with me for a little bit?" And then but I'm like, wait, hold on, but it's 8:45. Like you should be able to lay down right now. And my mind is like, okay, go ahead. Like this is the last time, or this could be the last time. But I'm like, no, this is not right, because our boundary was another period. Like even girls, they were playing like with their friends up until 8, and 8 o'clock is bedtime. They come back in, they're, hey, can we dessert? Can we play this game? And I'm like, no, 8 o'clock is that cutoff time. I was like, if you want to, let's do all of this, but let's do it within where our family usually does it. Like it's before 8. So come back home by 7:30. We can do dessert, play a game, and all that kind of stuff too. Jason, I resonate so heavily with what you're saying and what we've learned in this book, but I can get taken advantage of so easily. And I really try and set those boundaries, or I think about them at least. Does that make sense?
That is also a really good point. And I think that's where Kristen is on the other side of it. Yes, good point. My perspective has changed. First one of the day. But I'll still probably
not to change perspective.
What?
All right. My goal was not to change perspective. My goal was to make sure that
considering. It's not changed. I'll say I'm considering your viewpoint. That's what I'm doing.
All right, got it. You know what? Someone got in my head so deep yesterday. Right now, Blaze knows what I'm talking about, possibly. And for some reason, it's in my head and it's bothering the hell out of me. And I'm trying to figure it out. I don't understand it, so I don't want to feel like I'm getting anyone's head, which I'm not. I get that, but.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, yes. I'm ready.
Is there any like fire nutrition accounts that are just spitting out like amazing nutrition memes every day?
Buddhist Fuel NYC, but at the same time, there is, BioLane. I always like BioLane. Lane Norton, he is an awesome dude. He is a PhD. He studies nutrition, but he also loves to call people out who are just putting out like complete nonsense. And so he likes to break down the research. Now, the thing is about like nutrition research, people who actually study research or actually study nutrition, they actually get in the research, they're boring as hell. And that's the thing, like that there's so much good research and stuff out there, but there's not the right people that actually can speak on it, I would say. And then you have people like Lane Norton. I love the guy. He's awesome. I think he talks about himself being this like ADHD, autistic. I think he has an autistic son. And I'm saying that because he gets so into these topics and then cannot get off of them. And he will so heavily resonate with it all. And then he gets fixated on them. And then he starts making content on them. And he'll call people out on it. And like, it's really good. So go check out Lane Norton. BioLane is his name. So that's where I'm gonna bring you first and foremost. Thanks for asking, Blaze. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Oh man, I've been doing a really good job not saying but I have been a little bit
I did-
distracted.
I
and
just
apologize.
edited one of your videos yesterday. I took out a bunch of likes.
Oh, okay. I need to. I'm just not comfortable. I'm not in my office. I'm holding my phone. I'm distracted by my computer. But it is great to see you guys.
But I think that's good to jump on like that once in a while.
Jump on what?
Jump on in that state of not in your spot.
Yeah.
Like I used to go outside when it was nicer, and I kind of missed that. And then both my kids were up upstairs, and I was like, maybe I should just sit here and talk with them in the background and have them listen to what we talk about. You know, maybe they can add.
I feel it.
I like that idea. I think that I think the kids coming in organically is always a great thing. Until it's not. So, all right. Let's get out of here. I just made some bread. I'm gonna go make breakfast for my girls right now. If you guys are cool.
What are you
with
making?
that. The volume on your headphones is it's so jarring.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's good because it sounds good. It sounded like God just got in my head and was like, "Tell me now, what are you doing? Do you have all your plans together?"
Ryan, will you butter the bread? What? It was a Kinder Egg.
All right. Well, we're bread. I just did some sourdough. We're gonna butter up some hot sourdough bread, and we're gonna get some kind of protein on top of that. All right, boys
Everybody
and
have
girls,
a good
we
day.
love you so much.
Hearts with coffee.
Merry Christmas.
Cubs gratitude. Goodbye. That's backwards.
I like that. Hearts of coffee, though. I like that. See you guys. Have a good day.